welcome to Plat Chat, Overwatch episode 56. We're back. You know, you thought we'd be gone, actually. I got so many of you coming into my twitch.tv/Bren, little plug there, and they've been saying, hey, Bren, what's going on with the Plat Chat? Well, we're still going to be doing episodes. In fact, we might be doing even more content because this episode is going to be essentially just kind of bantering, going back and forth. We're going to look over our preseason rankings. And when I say our preseason rankings, I mean Josh, Custer, and Johnny's preseason rankings.
Me and Bren took an off-season sabbatical. We were just taking some time, you know.
Took some time off.
Look at the hair.
Wow, you look so full of vitality.
I was going to say I look like a mental professor that's just lost their way in
But
life.
it's almost like COVID hasn't happened yet when you recorded this.
Yeah.
You know?
Quarantine.
Oh, wow. This, okay.
Mustache.
You could have convinced me that this was taking place during COVID.
Look at this. This is picture in picture going on here. It's a reaction to a reaction to a reaction. Absolute React Andy special episode going on here.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Because we're in the box in the bottom right, but there's the box of us talking about us, and then
Before we get
talking
into
about
this,
us.
I wanted to talk about bollocks. What the hell did I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Upcoming episodes?
Yeah, we've got an upcoming episode. I'm not going to tell you when, but I've been doing some corporate espionage, is what you would call it. Which might be illegal, so scratch that. I wasn't doing that, but I was getting some hints from various people in the Overwatch scene, and the conclusion I came to is that we are going to be doing a big old episode pretty soon on a lot of big news that's going to be released pretty soon. But this is almost like the teaser,
A free agency special.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Keep talking, guys. Keep talking.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, we there's a lot of news that's already hit. You know, the Dallas, the Houston news, all sorts of different stuff. But the reason we're not talking about it in this episode is because we kind of want to put like a pin in the end of the season and look at our preseason power rankings, and then we want to do like more regular episodes later on through the week, and then continuing for the weeks in the off season as big juicy drama hot tub juice just piles up because. Things are definitely not going to get less interesting in the offseason. They're only going to get more interesting. There's going to be some wild shit. There always is.
Yes. I agree.
Yes. Yes.
Wait for it.
I love me some juice.
Okay.
Juice.
No, but recently life has been... Oh, for fuck's sake.
What? Bren?
Yep.
Now I have cursed within the first minute of the video, and you've cursed within like the first 3 minutes. We're never gonna like fulfill our ad revenue in the off season like this. Yeah, because the YouTube algorithm and stuff, like it's the off season.
It does matter.
We need to save our bank accounts, and here we are. We need to curse less.
Keep talking, guys. I'm trying to find the bloody. You know what? I always forget.
Yeah.
The track. The rundown.
It's gone.
Oh.
It's actually missing.
What is?
What is the rundown for the show?
There
isn't a rundown.
No.
If you're looking
no.
You're looking for your. Yeah, I know what you're looking for. Then. Okay.
Oh.
Well, for this episode, I'll set up the episode then. For this episode, we're going to look back at our preseason power rankings at the beginning of the season. We're going to analyze. Monkey found banana.
Found it, didn't I? Anyway, yeah. Go ahead, Josh. Continue your point.
And so. We're just going to basically look back. We really should have brought Custer in for this episode so that he could defend the takes that he had.
You'll probably bring him on.
Instead, we're just, let's just roast him and leave him so that he can't defend himself.
We could definitely bring him on. We could definitely bring him on. I'm going to get him on.
He's streaming, I think.
You're going to get him on.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come.
He's leveling a priest in WoW.
Life has been quite difficult, though, recently. And not just because all the teams have been dropping all the players, you know, and of course it's quite sad. Some of those players, you know, they've been with the league for quite some time. But it's been really quite upsetting because the AC has been broken in our house for, I think, about 4 days now. And you might not think that's a big deal because we're in October, but for some reason it just hasn't dropped below 85 Fahrenheit in LA since what feels like May. It's just stayed at this bloody temperature for the entire time. And yeah, we've just been dying. I haven't been able to stream and been able to do anything. But some interesting stuff ended up happening because Kurt and Jake decided, okay, we're going to get to the bottom of this with the AC business. And what they did is they got out the lard and they started greasing themselves up and flipped off one of the vents and started crawling inside the inner workings of our house. All greased up. No, I came upstairs with a cup of tea in hand. I looked at Jake and Kurt, and they were down into their underwear, and they were greased up to the nines. I was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Greased up.
Like, what are you guys doing? Is this some weird? I didn't want to say it, but I thought that I was walking in on something. At the time, but they were greasing themselves up, and they were like, "No, don't worry about it, Bren." And Kurt can attest this is a true story. He said, "Don't worry about it. We're just going into the inner workings of the AC unit. We're just going to check that everything's working and everything's fine." And what ended up happening was they got in there. They started fiddling themselves in. And then they realized that they actually didn't know how AC units worked. I mean, just classic, isn't it? Like an absolute classic. I mean, we've all been there, greased up in the AC unit, trying to figure out how it works because it's been 4 days and we're slowly going insane. So they did what any reasonable person would do. They pulled out their phones and they got to work. But lo and behold, they found a small issue. Well, again, the local wired internet connection was suffering from some issues. So again, the internet was having problems in this bloody cursed house. But you know what?
What?
In the end, their greasing up wasn't wasted. Because they pulled out their phones and right in that top right corner, oh, what's that? Boom. 5G connection, baby. T-Mobile, you already know, baby. With 5G coverage in all 50 states. T-Mobile has America's largest 5G network. And even better, no other 5G network and signal goes farther to bring you closer to the Overwatch League and keep you connected to the game. So rank up and take your wireless games to the next level with T-Mobile and visit T-Mobile.com today. So that you can be like Kurt and Jake, oiled up, greased up in the AC units, figuring out the inner workings, moving out the cogs, looking up how AC units work live. Oh, is that how it works, Jake? Yeah, I think so. Pass me the wrench. Oh, I can't. It's slipped out of my hands and it's gone back down. Oh, no, we're going to have to get out of the vent. In the end, the AC didn't get fixed. It's getting fixed tomorrow. But the point is, next time you find yourself greased up in an air vent, make sure you got T-Mobile.
That was the biggest mistake of my life so far, so...
There you go.
Now I know.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You know.
Now you know, though.
God, you must have smelled like hot lard. You must have almost fried upstairs. If it was hot and you've covered yourselves in butter and you're wriggling around in a metal vent.
Did you find the ant's nest in the air vent?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
I found a bunch of cockroaches, though.
Oh, well, that's concerning. Cool. So what the frick are we doing this episode? I'm trying to not swear now because Johnny called me out on it.
It's too late. It's too late. Just go down the rabbit hole. It doesn't matter.
No, I mean, this is the rabbit hole.
Revisiting the power rankings from the beginning of the season.
So let's pull it up. Show me the power.
Wait. Before we do that, do we want to establish what the current power rankings are and then go back?
Dude.
Do we?
Yeah, because I think we actually did it in our final episode. We created the final postseason power rankings. So yeah, we should probably remind everybody of what those are.
Give me a second.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we have something to compare it to and just to see how far off we were. I know with my personal power rankings, I had Boston at like 4.
No, you didn't.
I think I did, yeah.
Because of travel.
So high.
Because I waited.
Oh my God.
With my rankings, like what I've learned from this is essentially you need to apply different weights to different categories based on how much you think it's going to affect it. And I heavily overrated travel, and obviously this is before COVID. And I thought that Boston, with them traveling the least out of most of the teams, they would have the easiest time of it. But
and all the other teams would just disintegrate via the travel.
Well, if you think about it, the travel could have been a big factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the travel is not the difference between fucking I don't know, fusions and Smurf. It's not making up that difference, you know.
I don't think you realize how much traveling was involved for some of these teams.
We actually rated Toronto Defiant higher.
Are they like
because we thought they were
teams...
good friends during travel?
Yeah,
that was so Pepega when I'm looking back on it.
Bren, are the teams walking to the event? Like they're gonna get on a plane. It's
But
not like the travel is just like
that's time we're not practicing.
Like an endurance. They're not running to the next event.
That was going to be time where you're not practicing. You're going to be in surrounded by other humans. You know, you're going to be getting diseases.
Give me super drunk versus half of the other teams, and I'm good.
Super drunk versus half of the other teams, and you're good. What does that have to do with anything?
That's what I think. If you
Super can't even legally drink.
I think he can. Isn't he 21 now?
Hasn't he just turned 21?
He just turned 21.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure actually. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, Bren only talks so many, and he gives him a fat host. You know.
So back at the end of August was our last.
Yeah, he's 20 until March.
All the way in August was when we did.
August was when we last did power
at the end of August, August 25th. This is what we had.
Kurt, what do you think of these power rankings? Are they accurate?
Oh no! Like you guys picked my bracket.
Oh, that's true.
All right. So what is? Okay, so we had the playoffs since then, right? So this was the end of the regular season power rankings.
Yes.
And then we had the playoffs. So what? How did teams
Shock at one? Shock at one.
Way further up. Yeah.
Wait, am I wearing the same T-shirt as I am in this episode?
I mean, it's a black T-shirt, right?
I'm literally wearing the same "Eat the Rich" green shirt as well. Wow. Clearly need to revamp my wardrobe. I think Matt's wearing black exactly the same as he always does.
Yeah, I mean that you could parse through every episode, and there's a good chance I'm wearing a black T-shirt.
Interesting. So we had this was like mixed as well. So we had like the teams together.
Look at Johnny. He looks like a little boy.
Yeah, because I had my pretty dress shirt on. You know, I was new. You know, looking stylish. Yeah.
Oh, that was blonde, Brennan. Are you still blonde?
Yes, I'm still blonde.
Oh.
Wait, are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I haven't dyed my hair back. I actually haven't had brown hair for about a year.
I just don't really look at you that often, I guess.
If not, wait. What? Yeah, it's been about a year since I've had. Wait, no, it might have been longer.
Really?
Yeah.
No, is it like November time? We dyed your hair.
November? I mean, that's a month away. It's almost a year.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
So what?
Welcome to off-season Plat chat episodes. You're gonna love it here.
Let's redo the power ranking.
Alternatively, I could just go to the page.
Just do that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is.
So we don't have to get distracted by our.
We had Shanghai as the best team in the game.
Let's flip some things around based on playoffs. I mean,
you want to change your based on playoffs?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, let's put Shock at number one. This is like post playoffs.
Yep.
It was such a dishonest playoffs, though.
But you have to like take the regular season and the playoffs into account. So Seoul can't be all the way up there because these guys
put Seoul in third and keep Shanghai second.
I don't even really think that Seoul should be that far up because if you combine the regular season and that, like you have to put them below Philly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think.
I'm interjecting a lot this episode, but you guys,
I like it. Love you, Kurt.
When it comes to power rankings and anything, you gotta look at you're only as good as your last game. That's like my mentality.
No, shut up. We're not putting Washington at like 6 or something.
They played an entire tournament
that.
with all of the best teams. And they came in second. You're not going to put them in like, I don't know. Or they came in third.
Yeah, but this isn't like this isn't to show who was best at the end. This is to show who was best over the whole year.
You're going to rank them based on like past seasons? We should put Shanghai like somewhere in the middle then.
No, not based on past seasons, but based on the whole of this season.
What about this then? What if we rank them based on... what if we rank them for 2021 with their 2020 roster? So before the free agent stuff occurred.
God, that's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
I think we're getting into so.
I think
this
that's
is so
all encompassing.
This is so absurd. Why can't we just stick with our overall power rankings?
Why are we doing a new power rankings?
We don't need to do a new.
Why are we fucking around with this so much?
Where did Seoul go? I have no idea where Seoul even went.
Seoul, I don't remember.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that looks about right.
I mean, but this, whatever. I mean, this is it. So what was the original power ranking at the start of the year.
I'm scared to look.
Pull it up.
I really am scared.
Pull it up. I want to have a look.
Me and Bren.
So do you guys want
this.
do you guys want the video that we looked at before, or do you guys want like the first ever power rankings of the season?
I think
or both.
What was the first?
No,
I don't know.
Preseason.
I think
With Costa and Josh,
preseason.
yeah,
The video.
preseason.
Okay.
Before
Because it
we
was the most
knew
Papega,
anything.
and so we want the most Papega.
Yeah, this was before we had any idea. We thought travel would be huge. We didn't know that hero pools were going to be. Oh, actually, maybe we had just found out hero pools were going to be.
This gets put in the algorithm all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This video,
It does.
I always see it in my recommended feed.
Yeah.
It's one of our best videos ever. It's like 75,000 views.
It's because it was so nonsensical. It was just three people slowly getting more and more insane as Custer just drove the Valiant up the rankings and all sorts of other things.
Yeah, I mean, this video, in my mind, proves that people just care about the entertainment rather than the actual rankings because they just want to see the drama unfolding. This is like first take on ESPN. It's just
taking you
shouting.
50 episodes to figure that out.
No, but I'd rather remain, integral to the analysis rather than, saying, Void, he sucks.
Okay, where did we actually start putting the teams on the board? I think we're gonna have to work from the end.
You guys probably started writing teams in at 40.
having a
This is
discussion.
Watch It episode 45 minutes in. You guys actually started to get to what it was about.
Well, just
I think we have started writing teams. It's just that we don't show the whiteboard very often. I think we need to look at the very end of the video and see the
end result.
Yeah, the end result.
This isn't the permanent marker one, is it?
No, that was the previous one.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I mean, he's definitely using a Sharpie right now. Like, absolutely, that's a Sharpie in his hand.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe that absolutely could
God,
be the
that
case.
is Custer. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you this for free as well. People look at me as the biggest himbo in the league, but look at Custer. Fucking, just look at him. Just look. He really is a kind, dumb, strong man. Look at him.
Is that the definition?
Okay. This
Shocker
isn't
number one.
bad.
Oh,
This isn't bad.
This is not that bad. Considering
could
we
be
had
worse.
no information, could have been
Paris at
way
17.
worse.
This could have been way worse.
Yeah.
think.
This actually could have been way worse.
Should we
What is
go
the
through the
most-
picks one by one?
Yeah, what's the most egregious prediction?
I think Paris at
it's gotta be
17.
Paris. Oh, it's
Yeah,
got to be
Paris.
Paris.
I would not have let that
Vancouver
slide.
6.
But honestly, I will stand by the Paris thing though, because all right, reality didn't turn out like that. But Paris Eternals roster didn't look great at the beginning of the year. Like they had no Smite and Ben Best. We assumed those guys were like washed and done, basically, and they like revitalized
They had
their
Rush,
careers.
9K as their coaching staff. At this point,
we knew the coaches.
we
were
knew
good,
that.
but
I think at this point
players
we knew
were-
that Sparkle was signed. We just were waiting for him to come in.
They had
Yeah.
Gray and
They had
Cruz.
XC.
Yeah, they had Gray and Cruz as their support.
They didn't
Okay.
have Fielder or they didn't have it.
But,
Do they have
but my
FD
argument at this point in the season was that literally 9K had come from a team that had made mixed rosters work.
I can't believe you keep bringing this up because you brought this up on a previous episode saying that you rated Paris really highly and someone fact checked your ass and you had them down in like 17th, 18th position.
In mine?
So, yes. You
No.
absolutely- Oh, no.
Let me pull up my
Look 'em
power.
up. Look them up. This has already been brought up in previous episodes and fact checked, and you are a little snaky shit because you love to say that you were on the Pirates train before everyone else, and you were. To be fair, you were. But it wasn't before the season. It was like 3 weeks in. You said they could win the entire league, and all right, they won a title. That's great.
No.
Here we
Oh
go.
fuck.
Where are they? Where are they? Oh, they're in 18th. God.
Guangzhou!
You had
No, they're
the
in-
worst in them.
They're in 17.
They're in 18th. They've only got 2 teams beneath them. That means they're in 18th.
Unreal.
Wait,
How
what?
is Guangzhou 17th?
Why don't? No, I've got. What do you
Guangzhou.
mean?
What,
Guangzhou.
Bren, do you think
Guangzhou.
Paris are in 17th right now?
Oh wait, sorry.
Can you
Fucking
count?
bro. Read the tweet. What do I say at the start?
I am dumb.
Aggregation rating system based on players, coaches,
Bro, I tell you
schedule,
now,
hero pool.
I will tell you right now,
from that.
there are coaches in the Overwatch League that have been hired for less than that. So don't even come to my fucking throat. There are coaches in the Overwatch League that have been hired for less than that.
I'm not roasting your power rankings. I'm saying you're a massive hypocrite for roasting us for putting Paris down there.
Why did I put Paris down that low?
Everyone had Paris in the bottom half. From what I can remember, the overall narrative around Paris was maybe they'll be able to hang on for Sparkle to do something in playoffs. Like best case scenario, they'll
my system actually fucking makes sense. I'm not kidding. Like even right now, I'm looking at this. I had one section that was called hero pools and how well teams would cope in hero pools. I've got Paris down at 4 for their inflexibility.
Okay, so here's the problem, and we've gone over this in the past episodes, Bren. The problem with your aggregation system is that it is not weighted.
Yes.
And so if you have a good travel schedule, it's as good as having good player skill.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Works.
Yeah, no, we've. This is why I'm not in statistics. You know.
If the tier 7 players were just if the talent takedown Atlantic team just didn't travel at all, so they were number 1 in travel, they would have been ranked as a mid-table team in Bren's.
Absolutely just dumb.
Yeah. I didn't weigh it. I didn't weigh it particularly well. But we've been over that. If I was to weigh it now, if I was to just remove I'm going to pull up the document, and I'm going to remove strength of schedule and see how accurate it is. Because
have we lost brain cells over the weekend?
In travel,
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like I have.
Let me find it now. Hold on. You guys keep talking. Kurt, I'm going to send you my power rankings with the schedule removed. Okay?
My God.
Matt,
did you do any power rankings?
I didn't do power rankings. No, because power rankings are stupid. Because it's just fucking it's flipping a coin, and then
what?
And then when you get in this spot,
I already removed them.
It's like, remember when I got that one right? And then it's like, oh yeah, when I got that one wrong, it doesn't mean much because nobody knew anything anyway. It's just actually just pointless. Like,
okay, I mean,
Paris, a pointless system.
Paris don't move up that much, but I come pretty close.
Sorry, where do Paris sit? Where do these travel? Where do they sit?
Hold on, let me. This is in. Hold on, Kurt. Let me. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. And take a screenshot and I'll put it in the Overwatch chat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in obviously descending order. Yeah.
That you even made you had a player rating and a coaching rating, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
How did you rate the coaches? Just off of a whim? Like, oh well, San Francisco's 10, so let me just go down the list. Like, oh yeah, they're a little bit worse than them, so they must be an 8. Like, you're just making shit up.
Of previous results, experience, how lauded after they are, or like how much the teams really like it, you know, how much the teams like the coaches themselves. So here's the list, obviously. I've got Shock and Shanghai. Boom, boom. You guys didn't have Shock Shanghai like that.
No, we didn't.
No.
I mean...
Why are you so high on Coach Moon after a season with the Valiant?
Because I actually feel like he did get results with the team. It's just like the internal strife of the players and like the coaching staff and how they didn't work together. I felt like him moving into a Korean environment would have been just the perfect area for Moon to work in. And I was proven right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're actually right with that. I think Valiant was always one of the most underrated teams in the first 2 seasons because for various reasons, actually. But they did get quite good results across 2 seasons. They had an abysmal stage 1 last year. But apart from that, I mean, then they turned up. And I remember like stage 3 or stage 4, if you took away their first stage, they had like top 5 or top 6 like match win rate in the league.
Yeah.
Like if you remove their initial losses when they had the whole drama thing go down. So they did get results.
The most egregious results. I like how we were supposed to do this to fucking pick on your lot power rankings and we're just picking on mine. But I'm just going to pick on mine as well. But I have Florida at 19th.
We didn't have Florida that
so
high
bad.
We had them a bit higher. You were high on them.
13th or something. Yeah, I thought that they would be a pretty decent team. But I thought Florida was the kind of team where you'd be happy if they squeaked into playoffs. And I mean, Where did they end up? Where did we end up power ranking them overall at the end of the season? I think it must have been something
right?
7 or something.
Yeah,
maybe higher.
You able to bring up the overall season power rankings?
Team, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm a genius.
Okay, so yeah, we weren't that far off, I suppose, because I think we rated them at like 13th, and they ended up being 7th. They were significantly better than we thought, but
we didn't really like. There wasn't a team that we really tragically missed the mark on, right?
I mean,
I can personally, Paris. I can personally, not maybe entirely, but I was a large part of hyping up NYXL because I really thought they would be good with Hotba, because I thought Hotba would be like an overall really good off tank that would like complement the team. And I thought maybe they get going with like in a more aggressive style. And so I really hyped up NYXL. But I mean, obviously they continued like strategically, and compositions just didn't make sense. So I'll take the blame for that one.
All right. Let's
nice you to take the blame.
Back over the power rankings. Yeah. So I feel like there's got to be some method to the madness here. What's
you want to make changes to it?
No. Looking at the original one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did the preseason power rankings. I mean, the shock number one.
Atlanta makes sense that high. Everybody was pretty high in Atlanta.
I think.
Okay, here's the thing: were everyone wrong? I mean, everyone was wrong about Atlanta, but like, did we overhype Atlanta from the get-go? Because did they miss their mark? Like, in that, did they have the potential to really be number 3, or did we way overhype them?
I think they did have the potential.
Yeah, I think they had the potential.
Yeah, they just never put it together. I mean, well, we also thought, I mean, Erster at the time was like an MVP candidate for stage 4, right? So you were going into the season thinking you were getting MVP level Erster plus Edison for a whole year.
Yeah, that should have been ridiculous. Plus, the thing I always keep bringing up is Gator and Hawk were insanely good in contenders. Yeah. And then they just didn't do anything at the Overwatch League level. And I feel like Massa fell off as well. Like, we were talking so much about how good Massa was as a leader and as that main support player. And he, like, the whole team of Atlanta just flopped this year. It felt like they always had potential, but they just never beat a good team. I think we overrated them slightly, though. I don't think we should have ever had them above Philly or Shanghai. But we were worried about Shanghai's tank line. We just didn't realize, like, how good Fearless and Stan One would actually end up being. Hello.
Oh, well.
But yeah, for Atlanta, I mean, even if we had put them at 5th, which I think would have been quite reasonable, that was still way beyond what they were actually able to do this year.
Yeah.
Multiple reasons, though, for that.
I think one thing about the Atlanta Reign is that if we rated Gator and Hawk that highly, that really just shows that we do respect like contenders players and what they're capable of bringing to the Overwatch League. But I don't think I will be doing that mistake again, where I'm like, hey, these guys were like some of the best tanks at the Gauntlet event, and now they're going to be top 3 in the Overwatch League. It's
to be fair, we did have a lot of rookies. We did have a lot of rookies come in and play well this year, though.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we had so many incredible rookies.
We did have a ton of players.
But I do wonder, was this around a time where there was the kind of, that circle jerk with the tier 2 scene, where they're like, oh, you could put any contender, well, not any contenders team, but you could put most of the like contenders teams and they'll beat these owl teams, you know what I mean?
That happens every year, but there was definitely a narrative about that towards Gauntlet. I think that. Oh, we found it!
What?
Wow!
Where does that be? Where's it been?
It's just been chilling. Where was this the one that Custer's cat pooed on?
Wait, excuse me.
It was.
Custer's cat. The cat just pooed everywhere.
The cat did poo.
It's safe to assume.
In a lot of places. Yeah, I think the cat pooed on this as well. But
that's fucking horrible. Put it away.
That's amazing.
We got the original.
Is that because it was written in Sharpie, so no one could ever rub it off?
Yeah.
No, but you can get rid of Sharpie.
Yeah.
Just absolutely ruined. All right. Yeah, we'll have to find a way of presenting it on screen where
there's no real proper way. I mean, I'll lift it up every now and then, I suppose.
There's a joke here somewhere about pooing on that power ranking, but I can't find it.
Yeah. So I think I don't think it's really worth going over the middle of the pack teams because I think you guys were pretty spot on.
Well, Vancouver is the next big team that I'm going to be honest. I think we were spot on with that. Like
with Vancouver?
Yeah,
because we expected them to explode. Like we said, we're placing them at 6th because they're either going to be in the top 3 or right at the bottom. Literally what happened.
So you put them at 6.
Yeah, because we were like, where do we put them? Because what are you supposed to do there, though? Because if you put them at the bottom, people are like, then if the Vancouver Titans win with Hacksal and stuff, people are like, how the fuck did these idiots rate them in 18th? We tried to find somewhere in the
middle. May I point you towards Seoul at 7?
I was such a Seoul fanboy to start the year. I rated them higher than Shanghai in my preseason.
That is ridiculous, actually. Rating them higher than Shanghai.
I was a fool, but here I stand. So
I mean, maybe not a fool because they actually made the grand finals in Shanghai.
Yeah.
So whoever wrote these teams has lovely handwriting.
That was Costa, the himbo.
Costa.
God, that does make sense. He seems like he would have lovely handwriting.
Yeah.
Hugo's taking a nap. He's worth putting on that.
Oh, this is great.
What in the law's name is? Oh, that's actually brilliant. That's genius.
What?
It's a picture of. No, I don't know.
It's like picturing. I can't even explain it to you, but it's genius level production. Oh, bye bye.
Oh,
that's so good.
You guys can
Kurt is a
be
genius.
Yo, Kurt is a genius.
Put him in between like the little mug.
Oh, look at that. We're up there. Now we're down there.
Now we're down there covering the logo.
Now we're over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like this. This is perfect.
Yeah, this is good. We know the shotgun number 1. Oh.
Uh-oh. Back to us.
We need to start an OnlyFans for Kurt so he gets paid more. He deserves more pay.
I mean, Patreon.
Or an
Yeah, well, you know, we're creative with our content. We'll find a way.
I've got a dad bod that needs to be shown off.
Oh no!
Get the melon out.
Oh.
All right, what's next, Bren?
Yeah, what's next, Bren?
Oh, you're the one in charge of the whiteboard. We can't see it properly.
Yeah, we can't talk about the whiteboard.
I mean, I suppose we could talk about. I mean, here's the thing: the middle of the pack teams. I think you guys kind of like. There's plus or minus a couple of rankings. I feel like you guys have kind of nailed this, with the exception of like maybe the Mayhem were a bit underrated.
Chengdu overrated as well.
Yeah, Chengdu overrated.
Why were we thinking Chengdu was?
Well, Chengdu made, or Chengdu were on the edge of making the playoffs in 2019.
Yeah, they were in the play-ins.
And we felt like they had so much upset potential, and they looked better around.
Was it Hero Pools as well?
Probably. Hero Pools actually ended up hurting Chengdu, if anything.
Did.
Yeah. They had one really good hero pool, and it was when Wrecking Ball was
Okay. Yeah. Dallas and Outlaws at 18 and 19.
Wow.
Do you stand by this?
Yeah, I really do. Like, I think that okay, Dallas, we maybe underrated a little bit. They looked like a good team at certain points, but...
Was the guy on the team the whole year? I mean, obviously not the whole year, but at the start of the year.
Yeah, it was.
Rated them?
Yeah. It was Decay and Doha. I actually remember wanting Dallas to go way higher, but I think everyone just thought that the tank line and the support line wouldn't be able to hold their own with the rest of the league.
Mm.
And I'm still molding the Washington Justice crept their way that high.
Yeah, 16 on Washington. Who was this?
Who was high on them?
I remember Costa, but he's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to double down and say it was definitely Costa.
Yeah, I wasn't hype on Justice.
No.
I mean, we've been over the most egregious. I mean, London at 15.
A very good travel schedule.
London and then they got Janu and Stitch, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, they did have a good travel schedule. It's a good point. Washington at 16.
I mean, who was actually at the bottom of
Boston
rankings all year? Yeah, I mean, Boston. Everyone knew the Boston.
That was so easy. I mean,
Jerry and Colorex. Yeah, you
could have bet the farm on that one.
I remember posting my power rankings of London and 20th, and someone at London DM'd me saying, "Can't wait till we prove you wrong."
Yeah.
Oh, that's what orgs do all the time. I tweeted out about this narrative like a month or two back, and it's so tiring. All the org owners, or no, broad statements. But they're all like, "Oh, these guys always talk trash about me. The narrative, we suck. But it's always against us." It's like, chill out, dude.
But
like,
I mean, they have to make
some sort of,
it is. They have to be like, "Oh, can't wait till we." It's like it's. I
get it. They have to be confident in their team. They do, and they. Look, I mean, I get it. You want to defend the team, right? But we kind of we want to talk about the games and the teams and what we think they're gonna do. And if we don't think they're gonna be good, we're gonna say we don't think they're gonna be good. It's nothing against the team. There's nothing against them.
I think London also got a raw deal this year. I mean, the fact that they moved over to APAC and they just got kind of pounded, even though they were playing pretty good Overwatch.
Sure, yeah.
The London team was pretty comparable to beginning of the season Justice when they still had Corey and Stratus playing for them, and they would have been like the best of the bad Atlantic teams, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's an interesting question.
I don't know whether you put Houston in there because they were about the same level as Houston, I think.
Here's an interesting question for you. Do you think if London continued to play in NA, obviously the results would have been better? They would have had more wins and a better record in the league. That I don't mean that. I want to talk about that. Do you think on an individual level that the players would have improved more because they would have been more motivated by winning and like they would have been more like fulfill their potential more? Or do you think it wouldn't have mattered?
Matt, you say
it
no?
It doesn't matter if you lose or win.
Wouldn't have mattered.
I think they may have been. I think there is some you gotta go
you would have.
Think of the earliest child. If you don't give a child any encouragement,
the earliest child. What
do
you mean?
Think of the early days of a child's life.
You meant like the first creation of child.
No. But if you don't give a kid encouragement, like the environmental factors, if they're not there, the kid isn't going to be growing up with confidence. You know what I mean? Sure. And that confidence isn't going to feed into everything else that they do in life. So I feel like it's almost the same. You can almost apply that to teams. If the teams don't get early wins, I do wonder how much of a season can sort of is balanced on maybe just early wins and confidence on that.
You want to hear it? These teams, as soon as they start practicing, you know what you got within 2 weeks. I mean, you know what your season's going to roughly look like within 2-3 weeks.
I don't know.
You do.
Decent to start off.
You do.
No, because it's different though, Matt. You played esports in the era of snorting G Fuel and and eating bananas over and over again. And like that, and you were just gaming, you were twiddling your thumbs. And like that was your esports. It was chaos incarnate.
You watch the first week of the season and you watch some of these teams play, you knew right away where their season was going.
I mean, there are notable exceptions. I think that's a decent general trend, but like you didn't for Paris until week 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's also
until a little bit afterwards.
They picked up half a new team.
Yeah, I mean, Paris had a whole
at the beginning of the season, and then they turned it on in like week 5, and they ended up being one of the best teams in Atlantic. So
Paris also added like big players during the year, so I would say that's different. But a lot of the rosters we saw that played at the beginning of the year kind of trended the same way.
Atlanta looked good at the beginning of the year. They're going to 5 against Philly, going to 5 against Paris, that kind of stuff, and then they just went downhill. They just slowly lost steam the entire season. So they were definitely a team that trended downwards.
I mean, rarely with the same roster do you turn things around midway through the season or things get better. Like usually it tends to be worse. Like usually like the beginning of the season is when some of those teams have like that honeymoon period and everybody's excited to get out there and play with each other. And then 3 weeks in, it's like now that it's kind of been going, you kind of see where they're really at.
What does the chat think?
Another team, actually? Another team that we underrated, and I can't remember who it was that was championing this team at the beginning of the season. The Guangzhou Charge.
Yeah, it was me.
Number 5. It was you! You're going to take credit for that. Yeah. I was on their payroll.
I had Guangzhou Charge here, number 8. In my personal power rankings, I had Guangzhou Charge at number 5.
I was saying they were a top 4 team in the preseason.
And you were wrong.
Johnny and Custer dragged me down.
And you were wrong, weren't you? Because they weren't the top 4 team.
Technically.
Who was the correct one? Who was the one most correct out of all of the power rankings? Oh, little old Brennon again. Oh, but Brennon's just a funny Englishman on Plat chat. He says the funny words. We can't possibly... Shut the fuck up, Timmy. I'm usually right.
Bren does what Clint used to do. When he got a prediction right, he would yell like this, and then when he got a prediction wrong, he's like, "Well, I'm just a drunk old man. I don't know." Like it's like when he's wrong, he's laughing and it's a meme. When he's right, everyone needs to take me serious as an analyst. He has it every which way, all the time.
Listen, I'll tell you now, it worked for Clint.
Yeah, you were high on Guangzhou because you knew about Krong, right?
Me? Nah.
Yeah, you thought Crystal could sell a bunch of Herbalife.
I thought Krong came in at the end of last year. That's why I said Krong's a rookie. I thought he came in at the end of 2019 for some reason. I don't know why. It's crazy, actually.
How many teams in the league can you name all the players on?
You want to do that quiz now?
No,
my God.
No, we should.
We're gonna do
me and Josh. How many did we get? Me and Josh didn't. We got we missed out on 8, I think, total.
I think I would get
Spitfire.
You were cheating, Matt. You were cheating.
No, I swear to God, we did it on stream.
I think I would get
that, and there are so many benched Chinese players for Chengdu and Hangzhou and players you haven't seen in the league for months. You just forget about.
We got saying that because you were bad at it, Matt must have been cheating. Maybe Matt
because Matt is not that smart.
And maybe I actually know.
I think I would get. How many players did you get?
What? I think we missed out about 8 overall.
We missed out on 8.
I think I would get about 80.
Half of the ones I couldn't.
How many players are there?
There's 200 in the league.
Yeah, I think I would get 80.
Fucking hell!
Bro, you gotta be better than that, bro. You gotta be better than that.
I mean, we'll see.
Johnny, I bet Johnny could get
You would only have to name 4 players per team to get 80. You wouldn't even have to name the full starting lineups.
I don't know if I. Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, we'll have to wait for that episode to come out, I guess, and do it.
God, I think that'll bang.
But is the quiz outdated?
No. There's 100 in. Somebody, God damn it! I was like, somebody updated it, and they obviously updated it with free agency. I was like, why the hell is there only 1 player on Dallas? No. I was like, where'd the other players go? I was like, there's only 150 players.
Who's the last player on Dallas?
Yeah.
The Fran, right?
You. Who
is it, Bren?
It's begins with a D. I know that. Dude, what's it?
Damsu?
Doha.
Yeah.
There it is.
Doha.
Bren is a serious analyst, and we must take what he says seriously.
Yeah.
Now this is bullying.
Promotes the Guangzhou charge. Doesn't know anyone on Dallas.
Shall I read out some of my notes on these teams?
Yeah,
please do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so for the Titans, I have my note here. This team is make or break over fissure. I think it's more likely to break than make, but we will see. Little did I know, it was the complete opposite.
Fisher was the only one who wanted to stay on the team.
Fisher was the only one who was just staying out of it. All right, what's my note for this team? This team is the Guangzhou Charge. I've got hardest schedule in terms of teams and travel.
That changed a bit.
Okay, Bren. Let's do it the opposite way. You read the note and we'll guess the team.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Here we go. Weird pickups and hard early schedule playing Shock twice early on.
That's Valiant.
Gladiators.
No.
Oh. Toronto.
Weird pickups and hard early schedule playing Shock twice early on.
Weird pickups and hard early
It
schedule.
could be Seoul because they were Pacific.
Dallas?
Nope.
We've named half the league.
Is it Seoul?
Nope.
Toronto?
What?
Nope.
Weird pickups and hard early schedule. Weird pickups. Which team had weird pickups?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Houston?
Nope.
Who'd you say?
Oh my
Weird
god,
pickup.
what is Bren
Playing
smoking?
Shock twice has
Who
to
had
be a
the weird-
Pacific team.
Yeah, it has to be a Pacific team.
We named both LA teams.
Is it a Pacific team, Bren?
Vancouver?
I don't know. I've no fucking idea if they're Pacific or
I
not.
don't know if it's a Pacific team.
All right,
I
so
mean-
it has to be a North American team. Since you
What,
didn't
what is
say no.
Pacific?
Like on the
division.
side of NA or one of the Asian teams.
Yeah, it's a Pacific team, yeah.
And it's not either of the LA teams.
It's not Dallas.
It's not Dallas. It's not
Playing
Vancouver.
Shock twice.
Wait, it's not Shanghai, is
No,
it?
it's not Shanghai. None of you got this.
Is it Chengdu?
No, it's not Chengdu.
Is it Guangzhou?
No, it's not Guangzhou.
Dallas?
No,
London!
no,
No wonder you're Atlantic. What am I
it's
talking
not
about?
London.
Gladiators?
No,
We've named every team in the league.
no, you haven't. You have not named every team in the league.
Philly?
Seoul?
No,
Paris?
no.
But you said it's a Pacific team. We've literally named every team.
Named every
division.
Pacific team,
No, you
Bren.
haven't.
Yes, we have. You've invented a team.
Yeah, you literally invented
Do you
a
want me
team.
to tell you?
Yeah.
No, hold on. I just want to keep shouting team names.
Well, but at that point, there's 20 fucking teams, Matt. 19
We've
and
named 13 already.
It was a Pacific team.
And we've named all the Pacific ones.
Hangzhou.
I just said
I said Hangzhou.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I said it earlier.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh,
I said
it's-
Spark and you said no, not Hangzhou.
I thought you said Guangzhou.
Oh, well, they're not called Guangzhou Spark. Are
I
they?
didn't
Who
hear
did they-
Spark.
Who did they pick up that was weird?
Mika and Coldest.
Mm,
And I was like, what the
Did you
fuck
think
are they
were gonna
doing?
play?
Why are they? Some of them saw play, right? I think I remember Coldest got play.
Mika
Or
and
maybe
Cold
Mika
is a
did.
little bit, yeah.
But
Coldest
they
played
picked up 2 Chinese teams when they had literally spent the first half of 2019 trying to incorporate Gushui into a Korean-speaking team. So I was like, what are they doing? Anyway,
Let's do this again. Let's
Yeah.
do another one, and we'll go one by one on picking the thing. Yeah, that's inside the mind of Bren.
oh my god,
Jesus.
this one's gonna give away the team, so I'm not gonna say the name of.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect Coach a lot. Also, put a lot of stock in their schedule. Very minimal traveling means more scrim time.
Oh, I mean, we have no idea what the travel schedule is at this point because it didn't happen. So,
All right, so Johnny, you can go first. You can guess.
Oh, I get the hardest guess. Okay, Matt. Okay.
I'll
a
guess
coach
first
that Bren respects a lot. I don't think we can forget that, Harsha went to the Houston Outlaws, so maybe there's some friendly stuff going on there. What other coach does he respect? He probably respects the Valiant too. Minimal travel schedule. I don't remember the travel schedule as it was. I'm having a hard time actually coming up with a team. I'm actually gonna go with the Houston Outlaws and Harsha.
No,
I
good
think
guess though.
it was the Philadelphia Fusion.
Nope.
Damn it wasn't KDG.
I'm gonna go with the Washington Justice.
Yes, it was the Justice.
No.
I still respect John Galt
Oh, John Galt.
a
Galt,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right,
they hosted 5 East Coast homestands, and they never went to Europe. I remember when we did the schedule show, so that's why I
in my notes I say put a lot of stock in their schedule because even I knew I was being a bit silly.
I actually don't think they were. I actually don't think they left the East Coast the whole year. I don't think they went to Asia or Europe.
This one is interesting. Another team that will do well with hero pools. Schedule is nice. They play the good teams later, but still a lot of travel.
All right, Matt starts. He won the last one. Matt starts.
It's such horse shit. It's nothing about the players.
Can I hear it again? Can I hear it again?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Another team that will do well with hero pools. Schedule is nice. They play the good teams later, but still a lot of travel.
Philadelphia Fusion.
No. Incorrect.
Josh.
They play the good teams later. I mean, what on earth? I don't have
schedule good. Yeah, schedule good. Two teams later. Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I am literally just naming things off the out of my ass now.
What team early on would have been good in hero pools?
Toronto.
You got it. It is Toronto.
All right, me and Josh have 1 point each.
I seem to remember Toronto getting
we're not keeping track.
We're keeping track. We're keeping track. 1 point each. 1 point each.
1 point each. I guess the spark. He just
true. All right. Josh has 2. I have 1. Johnny has -1.
What?
This is going to... Okay, I'm just going to say it. Underrated players should excel in hero pools. Poor schedule playing against hard teams.
Josh, you go first since you got the last one right.
Underrated players.
Should be good in hero pools.
I don't think Bren was smart enough to do this about the Valiant, so I think this is Guangzhou Charge.
It's not Guangzhou.
Johnny, you're up.
Underrated players.
Underrated players should excel in hero pools. Poor schedule playing against hard teams, though.
Teams. Good in hero pools. I kind of want to go with Houston Outlaws again.
Nope, it's not Houston.
I'm just going to keep guessing.
So underrated players. Underrated players should be good in hero pools, but you said tough schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the travel like?
For this team? Don't know.
Did you say anything about the travel?
No.
What would you need hints about the travel that never happened?
Just wondering.
He's researching.
Philadelphia Fusion.
Not Philly, no. The answer was the Boston
Dallas.
Uprising.
Boston Uprising?
About Boston?
Yeah. I thought the players were...
Underrated players.
The players were getting shit on.
Hero pools.
I felt bad for the
They only had
players.
6 people. How are they going to be good in hero pools?
The players got shit on at the start of the year.
They did.
The players got absolutely torn to pieces.
What did you know about Jerry before the season?
Underrated, mate. Underrated.
Underrated players. Should be good in hero pools.
Here we go.
Working good.
So
yeah,
this is for a team that I have placed in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th place. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel weird about this. Big fan of support line and tank line. Coaches are nice. Travel is very easy as well. What team am I talking about here, John?
I feel like some of these were written by a third grader.
Easy.
Josh, I think, gets first since he got a 1 point the last time.
I'm going to go with, if you like the back line, I think you're a fan of the Gladiators.
Gladiators is not the answer.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, Johnny, you go next.
Good
Chance to get on the board.
Good tank line.
I'll read that again.
Support line.
I feel weird about this.
Why do you feel weird? Too high, too low? It's such an
Big
enigma.
fan of support line and tank line. Coaches, I can't. I say the name of the coaches here, but I just say coaches are nice. Travel is very easy as well.
Travel is very easy. Leads me to believe that it is an Atlantic team because Pacific teams were scheduled to go to Asia and stuff. So with that in mind, number 8, I think I'm going to go with the Atlanta Reign here.
Atlanta Reign is the incorrect answer.
I'm going to say the Toronto Defiant.
I already guessed the Toronto
We've
Defiant.
already guessed Toronto, Matt. The previous one.
You dumbass.
Tank line and support line, really nice. Excuse me?
Am I wrong?
Yes, you're fucking wrong. Toronto Defiant is not the team. The answer was the Philadelphia Fusion.
Oh, I should have just went Philly again.
That's why you felt weird. You had them at 8th.
Yeah. Below, Shock Shanghai, NYXL, the Vancouver Titans. Let me say my list, okay? Shock Shanghai, NYXL, Titans, Guangzhou, Seoul, Gladiators, then Fusion.
I mean, the Gladiators is egregious in my opinion, but the rest are understandable.
I feel weird about this, is how I put that. So
yeah. Okay.
Can I do another one here?
Yeah, we need one.
Here we go.
We need to break the tie between all of us.
Could surprise this year. Head coach actually pretty pog, and they have. Gush is tired. Head coach actually pretty pog, and they have a very easy travel schedule.
Why do you always
These are like the inner machinations. These are the inner machinations of your mind, and you're saying pog.
Yeah.
The coach is pretty pog. Just like not all the way pog, just pretty pog.
Actually pretty pog.
The coach is nice.
What team am I talking about?
Josh, I think you go first.
I mean, that is just madness. It's just absolute nonsense. I've no idea. You said it was someone that could upset this season.
No. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. I said could surprise this year. Head coach actually pretty pog, and they have a very easy travel schedule.
I'm just thinking about teams that would travel. I'm just thinking about teams that were surprisingly good or could have been. I don't think you would have thought this, but I'm going to go for the Valiant.
Los Angeles Valiant is not the team.
Johnny, you're up.
Johnny.
Very easy travel schedule. You know, that's
if you don't have another one.
Could surprise.
Would you like me to read it out again?
What?
Would you like me to read it out? The note?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Could surprise this year. Head coach actually pretty pog, and they have a very easy travel schedule.
Oh shit! I hope it's not who I think it is now. That would be an egregiously bad comment.
Head coach pretty pog, could surprise this year. Okay. Why are you guys giggling? Stop giggling. I very easy travel schedule. I think I actually want to go with the Shanghai Dragons here.
It is not the Shanghai Dragons.
I'm going to say the Houston Outlaws.
It is not the Houston Outlaws.
Oh, I thought it was Houston.
This team is the Florida Mayhem.
Yeah.
But wait, didn't in your little thing you had Kooky as a 4 in terms of coaching?
No, I had him as a 7.
That's pretty high.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
My radar for picking good coaches is pretty good.
All right, we go again.
All right.
Another Brennism.
Here we go. Here's one that you... Oh. This is what... Okay. There's not much to go off here, but you might get it. Concerned with how well they'll mix Western and Korean players.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is...
There you go.
Concerned with how well they'll mix Western and Korean players. That is
This is like the best, dumbest segment we've ever done.
It should be so telling though, because there's only certain teams that have.
Yeah. I hear the music.
What's the music?
It's Jeopardy, isn't it? Alright, go on, Josh. I know my guess already.
I think I'm gonna go for the Guangzhou Charge here.
The Guangzhou Charge.
Yeah.
Is it the answer?
It's not the answer.
Oh, Johnny, you go.
Johnny.
Inside the mind of the Oracle.
It's not possible.
I am going to pick who is the Houston Outlaws.
The Houston Outlaws. is the correct answer.
Let's fucking go, dude. Yes! Johnny's got 1 point.
That makes
All
sense.
3 of us tied at 1.
I got
There you
2.
go.
Yeah.
I read my headphones on. I can't hear anything.
What?
I've got 2 points.
Yeah, but you just lost 2 points.
Hello?
We need one
Hello?
final one.
One final one.
Or if you have 2 more, we can go until somebody hits 3.
Okay, here we go.
I think I just broke my headset. I can't hear you guys.
Oh, really?
That's fine. Yeah, that disqualifies you.
He's broken his headset that you gave him 10. That's so fucking funny.
Did you break it? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there we go. There we
Okay.
go.
Alright.
Good, good.
There was this cable that came out. Apparently, it's a cable.
Yeah, there's a little
Oh.
cable there.
Okay. This one is schedule isn't fantastic, but I really like the players on this team, and I think they will do well with hero pools.
You said the same generic things about every single thing.
It's on you.
Yeah, Jonathan goes first.
The Philadelphia Fusion.
We already had that.
The
Oh.
Philly Fusion.
Oh, well, here you go.
Oh, there's his guess.
Giving you guys a chance.
What up a peg?
Can you read it again?
Schedule isn't fantastic, but I really like the players on this team, and I think they will do well with hero pools.
The Los Angeles Valiant.
The Los Angeles Valiant
What?
is not the right answer. What are you doing? Not the right answer.
I thought it was the right answer.
Josh,
I'm gonna go bold pick here. I'm
Before you
gonna
do-
get deep into the mind of Bren.
schedule isn't fantastic, but I really like the players on this team. And I think they will do well with hero pools.
I think the addition of OG in space and the fact that the gladiators were traveling around Asia very shortly leads me to believe that it is the Los Angeles Gladiators.
The Los Angeles Gladiators is incorrect.
Johnny, you go. Johnny goes. Because if you only have 2 more, we have to get to the winner has to hit 3. Or do you have a lot more of these?
I
I'm
have
going.
a couple more, but yeah, I've got a couple
Okay.
more.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to know the answer to this one?
Yeah, well, we'll take-
I'll go with the Shanghai Dragons.
Oh, Johnny's gonna guess.
Shanghai Dragons is not the correct answer.
Well, whatever.
The answer was
Yeah.
the Seoul Dynasty.
That one actually made sense too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. It did. So you gotta think about it in terms of how much it makes sense, really.
Yeah. All right. What do you? Let's read another one.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This player comes in late. Head coach is Big Poggers, though. Really bad travel schedule.
Oh, I know immediately who this is.
Johnny, you go first.
I'm going with. Wait. Oh no, this is a bait. I thought I had the answer figured out, but I'm about to be exposed, completely naked as I pick the London Spitfire.
The London Spitfire is incorrect.
Is the answer the Paris Eternal?
The answer is the Paris Eternal.
Hey, Johnny.
Sparkle comes in late.
Yeah,
Rush
but
head coach is Big Poggers, though.
Ooh,
That's the only one that's made sense so far.
I get the 2. Josh is at 2, and then Johnny still sat on 1.
Ooh.
One between if John.
But a
Johnny
final
wins,
one.
you
What
and
did
Josh and I.
get right?
I
He
got
got-
Spark and Defiant.
One
Yeah.
last one. One last one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't give us the team after we go around 1. So we got to keep going until somebody gets it.
Incredibly tough early schedule. Maybe too hard on them, but it is going to be a hard season with a ton of expectations.
It sounds like
Wait, hold on.
like a fucking
Read the second half.
the fortune cookie.
Because Josh was laughing. I couldn't hear the second part. Read the second part.
Imagine you got this in a fucking fortune cookie. It sounds exactly like it.
Incredibly tough early schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe too hard on them, but it's going to be a hard season with a ton of expectations.
Like, what the fuck did that even
Matt, you go first.
I think I know who it is.
The Shanghai Dragons.
The Shanghai Dragons is incorrect.
Oh, I've just realized.
I think I know who it is.
2 teams.
You both think you know who it is. Now,
I think I've
who's
narrowed it down to 2.
who's ahead on points right now?
Me and Josh have 2. Johnny has 1.
All right, Johnny.
It's about to be 2.
We're skipping Josh.
As I pick. Yeah. Oh, screw Josh. Oh,
No,
yeah.
we'll go to
I'm
Josh
going
after Johnny
yeah.
if Johnny gets it wrong.
That's okay.
I'm going to pick the Dallas Fuel.
The answer is the Dallas Fuel. I don't know why I said the answer is, because that implies that is correct. But yeah, that is the Dallas Fuel.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little inside the mind of Brennan Hook.
Wow, a draw.
Yeah,
Wow.
I do have one more.
Yeah,
One
let's
more
do one more.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, one more tiebreaker.
This
one
one,
more
but
to
there's
end
not a
them
lot.
all.
There's not a lot to go off here.
Yeah, those are the good ones.
Coaching staff is held in high regard by players, which I respect. Hard schedule, though. Johnny, you go.
That's it.
Wait, I go first.
Wait, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Go on then.
Yeah, you got the last one right.
Coaching staff respected by players. Who the hell does players respect? Players don't respect anyone. Oh my god. Wait, can you read it out again?
Coaching staff is held in high regard by players, which I respect. Hard schedule, though.
I'm going to go with my pick for the last question posed by Bren. I am going to pick, and I second guess myself right now. I'm going
You
to
gotta
pick
go!
the LA Valiant.
The Los Angeles Valiant is correct!
Oh, what
Johnny
a comeback.
wins!
No way!
Johnny!
The Valiant, that was going to be my guess too.
Yeah.
Yeah, same, I
The
think.
Valiant. So there we go.
Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, what is the team? Bren would have not a clue about any of the players. I was like, oh, definitely the Valiant.
Yeah, it was because Valiant was supposed. Everyone said like, "Oh, Valiant is so good in scrims in the preseason. You know, they're dominating,
Yeah.
and you know, but they're so good. The coaching staff." And I was like,
And when you said tough schedule, I thought definitely a Pacific team, not
"Yeah,
an Atlantic
shocked
team.
twice." Yeah, there it is.
All right, well, I want to move on to the final segment of the day.
Yeah.
No qualms here, I suppose. Kurt, what you got any special take for this one?
Bren's Player of the Week. And you're not expecting this one. Presented by T-Mobile.
Yep. It's Worst Player of the Week presented by T-Mobile. Boom. And this week, I have decided to give my Player of the Week, presented by T-Mobile, to the one, the only, Coolmat69 for becoming the GM of the Houston Outlaws.
I like it. Good pick.
Making upward moves, baby. Wonderful
I think this
stuff.
is gonna. I think this is going to work out well for Houston. To have a player who actually has played in the league, can scout talent, he kind of has an eye for talent, really has an ear for what's going on in terms of the player circle. I think this is a good selection for a GM. I think this will be kind of like the future of where we see the GM going in the league is I think you have somebody like who like with the Valiant, right? Like their coaching staff and like with Packing and Gunba, they're able to find players and they're really kind of ingrained in these scenes. I think instead of just getting anybody off the street now, I think you'll start to see some of these older players who are, I would say, a little bit more reliable kind of come in and do the job.
Yeah, that's the key as well, reliable. Because from my limited experiences with him, but also from talking to other people in the Outlaws, it seems like Cool Matt was actually a rare adult in the organization. So yeah, he seems like a responsible guy that'll take on the tasks well. I don't know whether he's really going to be involved in scouting when they've reportedly hired Junkbuck to be the co-head coach of the team as well. Obviously, like you should really let a guy like that have a bit of free reign with who he wants to pick up, but when it comes to like the logistics and running things, I would trust Cool Matt.
I think the combination of the three of them, though, is great, right?
Yep.
Cool Matt,
real good
Junkbuck,
sign.
Harsha. Honestly, they should be able to attract a ton of the top Western players, right? You know, a lot of Team USA ties. They should be able to, if some of those guys become free agents or even in the trade market, be able to pick them up.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, what was Cool Matt doing before this? Was he? I think he was working.
He was a coach.
I don't know if he was a coach.
I believe so. I believe they moved
you pull
into
up his Wikipedia?
I
thought he was on the business side of Outlaws.
I think he had actually moved into being the logistics manager for the Houston Outlaws. And so I think this is an upgrade within the staff department
organization.
From logistics manager to general manager. I believe that he was literally just You can actually see it in his history. You can see it in the history. You scroll down.
Go down. Keep going down.
There you go.
The portrait.
Keep going down a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. So he was just a manager of the Houston Outlaws, but he got upgraded to the general manager. Yeah, I knew he was on the business side.
He said he was a logistics manager. Now, I think that they had originally assumed there would be a lot of logistics required this year in terms of transporting PCs, transporting players, just getting shit sorted for homestands was a massive logistical task. And so I think they had particularly put him in that position because he was somebody that they can trust to be able to do those kind of jobs. And this is like an upgrade of him to a general manager position, maybe because that is required much more. And we're in a bit of an online phase with COVID. So who knows when you're going to need a logistics dude.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's also pretty cool. I think just the concept of a player moving into the organization and taking kind of control of it from that perspective. I don't know if it's going to be happening often. I think Cool Matt was such a unique case because he already had a decent head on his shoulders from the beginning, right? Like he entered the league as one of the oldest pro players in the league. So he already kind of had that maturity about him, which, not saying it's lacking in some players, but maybe lacking in some players.
I mean, that's definitely saying it lacks some players. We have something else though, Brenton.
Do we?
We do.
What do we got?
I'm just seeing everybody's face look crazy. No, I do have something. Me and Josh talked a little bit about it earlier. Remember we had a giveaway.
The giveaway?
Yeah, we have a giveaway.
Oh.
Yes. So this was provided to us by Blizzard, the community management team at Blizzard. Hooked us up.
I love giveaways.
They hooked us up with some Halloween loot box codes to give away.
Oh.
So we were thinking about the coolest way to give them away. I think you guys should use Jesus, Brian, what the hell are you doing? You should use the hashtag PlatChatOW and tweet us pictures of dressing up as us for Halloween.
As you got to cosplay as us for Halloween. Yep.
And we have 4 codes to give away. One code is a big one. It's 24 of the Halloween Terror loot boxes. And then we have 3 of the 5X codes. And these are for PC only. So only for PC.
Sorry, console players, users.
Sorry, console guys and players and whatnot. Yeah, thanks for Blizzard for hooking it up. So Plat Chat OW on Twitter, the hashtag, and then just tweet us a picture trying to dress like any of us.
Yeah,
you want to shave your head?
You won't be able to.
You won't be able to go ahead.
Yeah, you won't be able to mirror any of our styles because, for one, there's no one short enough to be cosplaying as Matt. There's no one tall enough and who owns enough plaid shirts to cosplay as Johnny. There's no one bold enough to cosplay as Josh. And there's no one as chiseled and shredded and handsome and so savvy with style to cosplay as me.
But if you can attempt to cosplay at any of us with some of the stuff you got lying around your house, just I don't know, put something together.
If you try and go bald with a big beard,
get creative. Get creative. It may not
big biceps.
It may not be the best that wins. You know, sometimes we enjoy the scuffness of some of this
creativeness.
Stuff,
so. And maybe when do you want to pick it, Matt? When do you want to end the giveaway?
I think we'll show some on next week's episode, and we'll pick it then because the codes do have an expiration date on them, but it's not for a bit.
Okay, should we say then? Should we say Monday 9 a.m. Pacific next week?
Yes. Yeah. Have them. You have to have them tweeted to us by that date. So
what is the exact date of that? Just so that we
October 26th. So you have from the airing of this episode to October 26th. Tweet it any of us. Kurt, you want to put the lower thirds up so you can see the Twitters, or the Twitters are in the description. And use the hashtag. There it is. And use the hashtag PlatChatOW.
Yeah.
And you can enter yourself for one of these awesome codes.
October 26th.
Blizzard.
9 a.m. Pacific time is the deadline.
Yeah. And look, if you can come up, creative costumes, Uncle Egg, Reinforce, Bren, you want to just douse yourself in ramen noodles and pretend to be Bren?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, okay, sure. Yeah.
Do you have a small dog? You want to just pretend to be me?
I think this episode has been good.
Yeah, it's been an episode.
Yeah,
I think we've done a good job.
That's what we usually say at the end of every good episode.
Yeah, somebody tweeted me. They're like, "You guys say every episode's the best episode." I'm like, "Well, they usually is."
Tune in.
Yeah, we usually it gets better and better and better as time goes on. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I think this episode's been pretty good. Tell you what, cheers to that, boys.
Stuff today, everybody.
Yeah, good job, Kurt.
Thanks, Kurt.
Well done.
Good job, Kurt.
Good job. I'd shake all of your hands if you weren't so far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever shaken your hand, but yeah.
Hi, I'm Bren.
All right, now it's actually been a great episode.
I don't know why that killed me.
My head. I was like, I don't think, how weird would it be if I just shook Bren's hand? Just be weird.
I had the episode. Oh, go.
We gotta let this marinate for a little bit, right?
Marinate? How long has it been since the Brent?
Oh my god.
Wait, what?